Good morning. Thank you. Let's take a minute of silence. Just ask yourself. It doesn't matter whether it's leadership or it's spiritual leadership. Important is, what does this word mean to me? In the role I play and as a parent at home, what does the word leadership mean to me? How does it apply to my practical day-to-day life? Just look at yourself, your personality, and ask yourself, do I carry a leadership quality? And what is that quality which I see in myself and which I have the power to nurture, not just in children in school, but my children at home? What is that one leadership quality? We hear the word leadership, we talk about it, we read about it. But are we living it? And if yes, then what does that word mean? Anyone would like to share? What does it mean? Leadership? Hanji. Leading from within. Okay. And what would that mean in practical life? Better. Okay. So if I'm listening to my conscience and I'm doing what is right, then I'm leading from within. Anyone else? Leadership? Hanji?
That's my responsibility.
My responsibility?
My responsibility that I take the onus on myself, that I have to go ahead and be the driving force for the others.
For the other people. Okay. Just visualize a simple thing. Whether it's at home or whether it's at work, or tomorrow what it would be for the children who pass out from this college, this university or school. There's a small problem. There's a crisis. And there is a team of people or a family of people. Who would be that one person who could be called the leader there? It could be a choti si problem at home. It could be a buddy problem. It could be a problem at work. And there is a team of people. So 440, 400, who would be called as the leader? Not leader by position. One is leader by position. I am who's who, so I'm a leader by position. But what quality would stand out as this is a true leader of this team? Hanji. So the person would be calm, cool, tolerant,
and should have a zeal to resolve issues amicably.
So which means the one who would be stable themselves first. And once they are stable, they are cool, they are calm, they are not blaming anybody for the chaos that's happened. They are not focusing on why it happened, what happened, who was responsible. They are only focused on the solution and taking everyone together towards the solution. So do you think that could be called as leadership? Yes? Good. Anything else you want to add to that? Hanji? So someone who will take charge and whom people will trust. Anything else?
Somebody also is leading the team, walking with the team, rather than just.
So someone who's a role model and is living what they are talking and then leading and walking with them, not just asking them to walk. Hanji.
Someone who is compassionate,
someone who's compassionate. So we have stability, we have compassion, we have qualities which people trust, and we have compassion. Anything else? हाँ जी. Empathy भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए. The one who makes. So the one who makes accurate decisions at that time. And for me to be able to make an accurate decision at that time, how would my mind need to be? So if I'm confused, no. If I'm stressed, no. If I'm worrying, no. If I'm blaming anybody, no. So all this will have to be out, and I'll have to be absolutely calm, stable, to be able to intuitively take the right decision. Done. Anything else?
I'm someone who is in control but not controlling.
Very good. So someone who is in control probably needs to be first in control of themselves, and when I'm in control of myself, I will radiate the vibration of control. If I am troubled inside, I am turbulent, I am disturbed, and I pretend to be in control, I will not be able to control. And the more I am not in control of myself, I need people to listen to me, for me to feel good. So there comes the need to want to control people. Be who I want you to be, because when you are the way I want you to be, then my mind is calm. Now, whether it's compassion, whether it's empathy, whether it's trust, it's tolerance, it's stability, is the quality of the leader. Now, which subject will be there in school for this?
I think all subjects.
All subjects will.
Because you just need to have. I would not say. I as a person say, why only value education or something? You should talk about
No, we don't need to talk about value education.
every subject. If I talk about history, if I talk about geography, if it's geography I'm talking about something, then I need to take care of the earth. If it's history, we are seeing history as a mass of given knowledge. And if I would say any other subject, English. I mean, if I'm hearing a nice poem, then again it's something within me that kind of connects to
Studying history, geography, science, English will increase tolerance, empathy, compassion in me.
I would say a good school. When you see a teacher,
It's not about the school. Studying history, geography, science, and all the other subjects, will that ensure?
to that extent, yes, of course.
If it was, then the world today would not be talking about words such as stress, anxiety, fear, greed, anger, aggression, leave alone now talking about depression and more of that. We are all focused on being intelligent and making children intelligent, and which is very important. But when we started focusing on only making children intelligent and focusing on ourselves being intelligent, we focused on wanting to know everything that's happening in the world and teaching them also to know everything that's happening in the world. Whatever we tried to achieve, we achieved. And we are achieving. And we're getting better and better in that. So now you ask anyone about anything that's happening in the remotest corner of the world, they know it. But ask them to think about themselves. Ask them to share their own 5 qualities and their own 5 weaknesses, will take them half an hour. They would know what's happening in the other corner of the planet, but they don't seem to know what's happening here. They will know what happened 500 years back in history, but they don't know how to stop thinking about the past here. We need to understand that the outer world and the inner world is 2 completely different things. Focusing on the outer world, very important, but assuming that when I take care of the outer world, my inner world will automatically be taken care of, is the belief system which is leading us to where we are today. And if we don't even stop now, then we don't know where we are heading. My last 20 days have been in the US. Every parent and you ask them, what's the concern in your life? And there's only one unanimous answer, and that is the emotional health of their children. And when I was looking at them talking like that, and I said, already it's begun in our country, and if we don't take care, in the next 5 years, we will be talking what they are talking today. Because we are always talking what they're talking a few years later after they are talking about that problem. And today they are talking about drug addiction in their children, they are talking about depression in their children, they are talking about burnout in their children. Children. Not burnout when they are 30 or 40. They're talking about depression and burnout in their school children. And these people who are talking are the so-called intelligent minds of the world, most of them who are living in Silicon Valley and controlling the rest of the world with all that they have created. And when people introduce them and introduce me to the audience, they say, sister, here you have the most intelligent minds of the world. And which is true, which is very good. Which is very good. But along with having the most intelligent minds of the world, we also need to have the most wise minds of the world. Because intelligence does not equal to wisdom. Intelligence is intelligence and wisdom is wisdom. So they have the intelligence to create miracles outside. But when it comes to the wisdom of taking care of themselves, when it comes to the wisdom of taking care of their own mood, when it comes to the wisdom of saying the right word at every scene, it's not there. And have reached a stage where we have started believing that this is normal. This is normal. Anyone here gets stressed? And angry? And angry? Yes. And hurt? Yes. And worry? Yes. And fear? Yes. And jealousy? Yes. And it's normal. It's normal, है ना? Normal है ना? हाँ, तो अब बच्चों की तो कोई गलती नहीं है ना? When their parents and when their educators and when absolutely everyone by whom they are surrounded believe that all these disturbing emotions are normal and they are living that, then what's going to be the impact on the child? So child के लिए भी stress normal, anger normal, and for tomorrow depression normal. We are saying these words normal today. At the age of 30, 35, 40, at what age have they started calling these words normal? जब आप और मैं स्कूल में थे, stress कोई word था? It was only in physics. है ना? तो we are that generation जिसका school life में कोई stress नहीं था. तो भी आज जीवन हिली हुई है. And can you just visualize the future of a child who in school is saying stress is normal? तो उनकी emotional health कैसे build up होगी? And so let's visualize the world 10 years or 15 years from now, where scenes outside have of course changed, and the inner strength to be able to face what's happening outside, nobody was coping up with it. And तो फिर depression तो हो गए. लेकिन जैसे आज हमने स्ट्रेस को नॉर्मल बोलना शुरू कर दिया, 2-3 साल में हम डिप्रेशन को भी नॉर्मल बोलना शुरू कर देंगे. डिप्रेशन है, अच्छा कोई बात नहीं, होता नॉर्मल. Because it will really become that common. It will become that common. Now important question is, who is going to take up the responsibility to enhance the emotional health of the children today? Because parents, वो कहते हैं स्कूल दोनों. पेरेंट्स घर कितने बजे पहुंच रहे हैं? एंड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट इज नॉट कि कितने बजे पहुंच रहे हैं, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट है किस हालत में पहुंच रहे हैं. So it's two people who are reaching home late in the evening, emotionally quite depleted, है ना? And जब वो खुद emotionally depleted पहुंचते हैं, they do not have much emotional power left to give to their children in terms of emotional nutrition. Nutrition emotional भी खुराक है जो खिलाई जाती है बच्चे को. लेकिन we're all so busy giving them only comforts. And we all working so hard to make their life physically comfortable. क्योंकि हमने सोचा कि जो physically comfortable होगा वो happy तो अपने आप ही हो जाएगा. Now you are sitting on a comfortable sofa, I am standing. So you're physically more comfortable than me. So does that mean you're going to be happier than me? Yes or no? No. लेकिन यही लाइन नो अगर जीवन जीने के तरीके में अप्लाई कर लें, because out there तो हम बिलीव करते हैं the more I work, the more I earn, and the more I earn, the more I buy, and the more I buy, the more happy, and the more I am happy, my family is happy. So we're so busy, and that's what they learnt also. What they learnt also. उनको तो पता ही नहीं है कि कोई कंफर्ट ना हो ऐसी जीवन कौन सी होती है, उनको तो मालूम ही नहीं है अब. एटलीस्ट यू एंड मी हैव सीन दैट लाइफ ऑल्सो, कि जहाँ हम साइकिल पे भी जा रहे हैं और बस में भी जा रहे हैं और ऑटो में भी जा रहे हैं, वो तो कभी गए ही नहीं. एंड हमें लगता है ज़रूरत भी क्या है, हमारे पास सब कुछ है तो क्या ज़रूरत है. इट्स नॉट अबाउट किस चीज़ में वो जा रहे हैं, इट्स अबाउट पावर टू एडजस्ट है क्या, पावर टू अडेप्ट है क्या, पावर टू फेस अ सिचुएशन व्हेन थिंग्स आर नॉट योर वे, वो है क्या. वो होगी नहीं, बिकॉज दे वर गिवन एवरीथिंग देयर वे राइट फ्रॉम डे वन. बट लाइफ विल नॉट ऑलवेज ऑफर देम सीन्स विच आर देयर वे. But because they will not use their power to adjust, their power to adapt, their power to tolerate, if you don't use a particular power over a period of time, that power is going to. And so we shifted from 10 in a family, then we shifted to 4 in a family. Now they will shift to 1 in a room. And they're very happy. That's what they believe. But when they are sitting one alone in their room with technology, they are not using power to adjust. They don't know what it means to live with 3 people in a room. They don't know what it means to give away their things to other people just to live in harmony. वो नहीं है ताकत. वो नहीं है. So when we who have lived that way are talking this language today, then we have to visualize that child 20 years from now जिसने तो वो power शुरू से ही नहीं use की. And then will life be their way always? Tomorrow will their spouse be their way always? होंगे? And जब वो spouse is not their way, तो रिश्ते टूटने शुरू हो गए. And so divorce rate started increasing and we started calling it as normal. So there are so many things which are so damaging for a human being, but we have started labeling them as normal. And all that we need to do, because here is a country which is so rich in their spirituality, which is so rich in our culture. We are so rich in understanding and knowing the right principles of living innately. When I was there in the last 20 days, it was so wonderful to people saying, हम हल्दी खाना शुरू कर रहे हैं, हम तुलसी खाना शुरू कर रहे हैं. And I was like, आप हमारे यहाँ भी आके बता दो, क्योंकि हमने अभी तक नहीं शुरू कर रहे हैं. तो वो लोग वो यहाँ से सारी चीज़ें ले रहे हैं, फिर वहाँ वो मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं, वहाँ वो वेजिटेरियन होना चाहते हैं, वो सारी चीज़ें वो कर रहे हैं. क्यों कर रहे हैं? बिकॉज they've gone like that and now they're taking a U-turn. But they are taking from us what we have. We will take from them what they have. You know, that's how it is. Take the best of here and there. But it cannot be that we just keep taking their best and we stop using what we have. What we have. So when the best place where that can happen is in an educational institute, where if we make it the priority that we are going to have people walking out of this school, out of this university, who are rich in compassion, who are not only thinking about what they can earn from the world, but who are talking about what they are going to radiate to the world, who are rich in empathy, who are rich in tolerance. अब वो कौन करेगा? So one is we will do that on an individual level, and one is we do that on a collective level as an organization, bringing out certain changes in our way of education. पहले ज़माने में हिस्ट्री अगर बात करें तो पहले ज़माने में राजा को ना एक गुरुकुल में जाना पड़ता था, which means अपने घर के सारे कंफर्ट्स छोड़ो, राइट? राजा है तो राजा को क्यों गुरुकुल में जाना है? राजा अपने महल में बैठ के भी तो पढ़ सकता है, उसको वो गुरु वहां पढ़ाने आ सकता है ना. तो why does the future king have to leave all the comforts and to go and live in a gurukul? What was the purpose? Because he's going to lead people who are living in society. One, what else? Hanji? Adaptability, हाँ, और humility, हाँ, or dignity of labor, and to be able to live in situations which are not my way, and to be able to live with all kinds of people, and to be able to do all kinds of work. That will make me first a Raja over myself, and that's a leader. Because if I'm not a Raja over myself, which means my mind, my words, my behavior are not in my own control, then I have no power to be a Raja over anybody else. So that is Swarajya. So to learn Swarajya, they had to go to a Gurukul. And only the one who will learn that Swarajya will learn to have power of Rajya over anybody else. Is it possible for us to teach them those things here? Impossible. Is it possible for us to teach our children how to develop their emotional health? Every organization outside is talking about EQ of people. And they're checking EQ of people before they are employing them. But who's going to help the child to develop that EQ? वो कौन करेगा? हमें गुस्सा क्यों आता है? Why do I create anger? When things don't go my way. Yeah, but why am I hurt? When? People say something which is not the way I wanted them to be. Yeah. Anything else? So when things, now see, it's a simple thing. My programming says when people are not my way, when situations are not my way, the getting angry is normal. So once I've created that programming that when people and situations are not my way, getting angry is normal, I will keep creating anger, and each time I am believing that what is happening here is dependent on what's happening here. So if situation my way, I'm happy. If situation not my way, I'm angry or hurt. And which means my mind is dependent on outer situations. जब तक outer situations अच्छी थी, सब ठीक ठाक था. Because this was dependent on this was quite fine, so this was fine. Now this outer world started going through a lot of changes suddenly. And my inner world was not trained to be independent of my outer world. So when my outer world fluctuated, my inner world also fluctuated. Now in the next coming 10 years, outer world will fluctuate even more. And they are going to grow up with this belief system that outer world pe inner world dependent hai. So inner world will fluctuate even more. And then where is the question of being emotionally healthy? Kyun fluctuate hi ho raha bar bar? Is our mind dependent on situations? Is our mind dependent on situations? It's not ideal or no. What is the truth? Is my mind, pure science, is my mind dependent on situations? Hanji?
Your mind is not the true. Basically, it's a context. There is no electricity.
Huh?
So it gives us this comfort.
Okay, let's do one thing. If there is no electricity, It gives us discomfort. It's true. Discomfort to the body, not to me, not to the mind. And even the discomfort to the body will be different for different people. Depends on how their mind will respond to that situation. जिसका माइंड कहेगा कैसे कैसे बैठो, गर्मी बहुत है, ज़्यादा तकलीफ होगी. जिसका माइंड कहेगा इट्स ओके, थोड़ी देर में ठीक हो जाएगा, कम तकलीफ होगी. जिसका माइंड कहेगा इट्स ओके, इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है, उसको और कम तकलीफ होगी. It will depend on what instruction the mind will give to the body. And फिर बहुत सारे तो लोग हैं जो बाहर सड़क पे खड़े हैं इतनी गर्मी में. उनके माइंड ने कोई ऐसी थॉट क्रिएट ही नहीं की है. उनकी माइंड ने उस गर्मी को क्या कर लिया, एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. तो जब उनके माइंड ने उस गर्मी को एक्सेप्ट कर लिया, द बॉडी इज कंफर्टेबल एंड प्रॉब्ली दे आर मोर हेल्दी देन अस. They're more healthy than us. Why? Because their body is able to adapt to different variations. Our body wants things our way because our mind also wants things our way. Is my mind dependent on your behavior? My behavior is dependent on my mind, yes. But is my mind dependent on your behavior? No.
The reaction to it may be.
Is my reaction dependent to your behavior? Depends on?
What kind of behavior show to each other? Because we are right now in a...
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And just bring before you the last time you reacted to anyone. It could be this morning. It could be yesterday. See their behavior, what they did, and how I reacted. And just ask yourself a simple question. Who was creating that reaction? They or me? Who was reacting? Me. Second question. If the same scene comes again, can I respond a different way?
Yes.
They will not change. They will be who they are. They will behave the same way. I could meet them again this evening with the same behavior. Do I have an option of responding another way? Yes or no? Sure. So, let's not talk about easy or difficult. Possible or not possible. Easy difficult तो बाद में देखेंगे. जब कुछ किया ही नहीं बहुत दिनों से तो difficult ही लगेगा. करना शुरू कर देंगे तो बहुत easy लगेगा. Important ये है कि what is my belief system? Is this responding by my choice or is this just reacting to other people's behavior? If I do not choose my conscious responses, and which means आप एक तरह से behave करते हैं, I don't pause and choose how I want to respond. Then the next person behaves another way, I don't pause and choose how I should respond. And I start just reacting to people's behaviors. Once I start reacting to people's behaviors, then my mind is not choosing a response. My mind is just reacting dependent on. And when my mind just reacts to other people's behaviors and doesn't choose a response, what is happening to my own ability to choose a response? So when we say someone hurt me, when I'm saying you hurt me, I'm just saying you behaved in a particular way which I didn't think was right. But who hurt me? Who hurt me? Me, myself. Is there any difference between you hurt me and I hurt myself? Is there any difference between the two lines? Because either ways I'm hurt. So either ways I'm crying here. But is there any difference between you hurt me and I am creating this hurt? Will there be any difference between these two? What will be the difference?
You hurt me, we can't control. I hurt myself, we can be controlling.
You hurt me. Okay, if it is you hurt me, then how long will I take to heal myself? If it is you hurt me, then how long will I take to heal myself? Depending on when it is you hurt me, then who will heal me? When I hurt myself, I will heal myself. When it is you hurt me, then who will heal me? Now you either apologize to me or you change what you did, क्योंकि तब तक तो मेरा मूड खराब ही रहने वाला है. And that can be for few minutes, that can be for few hours, that can be for few days. In some cases, that can be for a lifetime. This is emotional weakness. When here is dependent on there. When you hurt me, then the next day he hurt me, third day she irritated me, fourth day she upset me. तो मैं कैसे खुश रह सकती हूँ? And then for me to fluctuate here will become normal. And then to me, to get irritated, to get angry, to get upset, to get hurt is normal. And which means to me, to be emotionally ill will be normal. And that is not emotional health, that's emotional disease. And when I am that, then what will happen to my children? They will also live with the same belief system. And they will also say, Mom, you irritate me. You upset me. You hurt me. And then when we are all collectively living in that belief system, and then when situations are not our way, being happy will not be possible. Just let's create only one change today. Never ever hold anyone else responsible for what we are feeling here. Because it's not the truth. They may not have behaved my way. They may have behaved completely opposite to what I expected. But what I'm going to create here will be my choice. Why? I cannot afford to fall ill every time people are not going to behave my way. I need my emotional strength. I cannot deplete it every time you are not going to be my way. And most important is, why should you be my way? And सबसे बड़ी reality है कि you are not going to be my way. Why aren't you going to be my way? Because you are going to be your way. They are not going to be our way. We are not being their way. And both of us are saying, whenever you are not my way, then me getting disturbed is normal. तो leader कैसा चाहिए था? Calm. When calm? Calm in crisis. Calm, stable, compassionate, empathy. These words will not fit into a disturbed mind. A disturbed mind will only create chaos, turbulence, stress, anxiety, and most important, blame. Because I'm living my life blaming people for how I am feeling, then how will I take personal responsibility in crisis? जब तो मैं सारा दिन की छोटी-छोटी बातों में ही लोगों को blame कर रही हूँ. Power to choose how I am going to respond. Can we be nice to people who are not behaving nicely to us? Hanji? It is easy to say, difficult to do. Why do we have to make an effort to be ourselves? It should be an effort to behave wrongly. Why should be an effort to be ourselves? How many of you have the nature of being nice? How many of you feel I'm a nice person? No, all की नहीं बात करनी, अपनी अपनी बात करते हैं. Because everybody else is going to have a different answer. How many of you feel I'm a nice person? Good. How many of you feel I can be nice to people? And how many of you feel I can be nice always? No. Why? It should require an effort to change from your originality. Being yourself should be easy, no? So agar being nice is who you are and then someone comes here who's not their normal self, तो for me to be my normal self should be easy. हम तो कितनी मेहनत करते हैं उनके जैसा बनने के लिए, और फिर कई बार हम मेहनत करते हैं उनसे भी ज़्यादा बिगड़ने के लिए, फिर उनको मेहनत करनी पड़ती है हमसे भी ज़्यादा बिगड़ने के लिए. Isn't that effort and just being yourself should be normal? So can I be nice to people who are not my way? Only one belief system is standing in the way. Only a typical way of living for many many years is standing in my way, and that typical way is वो जैसा करेंगे हम भी वैसा करेंगे. Why should we ignore? Why should we block? Why should we not be nice? Let me ask myself, why should I not be nice? Why should I not be nice? Okay, somebody walks into this room, and let's say you walk into this room and you're walking up to her to wish her, and she sees you coming and she just looks away. Simple. बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं. How can I respond? Now options. 1, वो मुड़े आप भी मुड़ जाओ. One option. Second option. उनके पीछे जाओ, विश करो. तीसरा, आपके विश करने पर भी उन्होंने ठीक से बात नहीं की. Without feeling. ठीक है? How many are ready कि हम ये कर सकते हैं? अब ये जो इस टाइम लग रहा है ना, ये तो कोई बात ही नहीं है बिल्कुल भी. मतलब why should I do it? I should do it to increase my emotional strength. I should do it so that I do not absorb the other person's emotional infection. The other person is not in a good mood for whatever reason. The reason could be they are hurt about something I did in the past. The reason could be they are insecure, jealous of me. The reason could be just they are having a bad day. Reason could be anything. Truth is that they are right now emotionally depleted. If I get hurt, I ignore, or I get upset, I have absorbed their emotional infection. And when I absorb their emotional infection, I get depleted. The next person who comes in my energy space absorbs my emotional infection. And very soon it was not just one who was ill now. Yeah. Which means you didn't use the strength which you had. My dignity and self-respect is that my behavior is not dependent on you. This is who I am, and I give the permission to the world, be who you want to be. I will not keep changing for everyone's behavior, because what's happened because of that, I'm losing my own innate beauty. Otherwise, we would not be sitting here and saying stress is normal, anger is normal. We would be saying compassion is normal, love is normal, respect is normal. वो normal की definition क्यों change हुई? Because we were changing our behavior according to. And if I just go back to being myself, irrespective of how the other person is, I am creating the power to be able to be here what I want to be independent of what's happening in the outside world. This is emotional strength. And the one who starts practicing this will never get angry. Because now their mind will not be dependent on external. Like our physical health should not be dependent on external weather and water. It has to be dependent on our immunity system. The air will not always be our way, the water will not always be our way, the weather, but we are strong. Why? Daily nurturing. Daily nurturing, daily exercise. जिसने daily nurture नहीं किया, जिसने daily exercise नहीं किया, वो छोटा सा मौसम बदलेगा तो उनको खांसी होने लगेगी. चलो एक को हुई तो हुई, दूसरे ने उसकी पकड़ ली, तीसरे ने उसकी पकड़ ली, क्योंकि हमने कहा उनको खांसी हुई तो मुझे भी होनी थी. So what happened to that infection? Emotional independence, where my emotions are independent of. When we say I get angry when people and situations are not my way, will only happen when I believe that I will be happy only when people and situations are my way, and will only happen to that person who is reacting to people and situations the whole day. तो फिर तो जैसे ही कुछ अच्छा नहीं होगा तो गुस्सा तो करना नहीं पड़ता, गुस्सा तो अपने आप ही आ जाएगा. Can we be 24 hours without creating anger?
Can, but we may not be.
Why will we not be? You know, that's what it is. Because if we want our children to be emotionally strong, it will have to be here. We don't need a separate subject of values education, but we have to be that values here. And then that value of compassion has to be here. When somebody doesn't behave right, compassion for that person is needed. Compassion is not only for somebody who's poor, somebody who's not well, compassion for a dog hurt on the road, compassion for people who are emotionally unwell around you. Compassion that people will carry different sanskars from us and their definitions of right, wrong will not be same as us. And that's why they will behave differently from us. Empathy that somebody could be going through something and that's why they are behaving a particular way, and what their behavior is does not affect me. Empathy. Empathy and compassion to सारा दिन use करनी पड़ेगी. लेकिन if I am using empathy and compassion, then I am not going to be able to use anger and hurt. या तो ये list हो सकती है या ये list हो सकती है, दोनों नहीं हो सकते. Anyone who is compassionate cannot create anger. Cannot create anger. Can we manage children without getting angry? Yes? Can we make GD Goenka School and University a no anger zone? I have just introduced that in Google and they accepted the entire Google office. And they've put up their posters everywhere. This is a zero anger zone. That means while you are in the office, no one can get angry with anyone. Do you know what that will do? That will eradicate anger from the premises. That will eradicate fear from the premises. That will eradicate insult from the premises. That will eradicate hurt from the premises. That will eradicate emotional weakness from the premises. And that will create emotional health in the premises. छोटी छोटी बातों पे गुस्सा करने की आदत सी पड़ गई है. कोई भी चीज 2, 4, 5 बार कर लो, it becomes our habit. And फिर तो बिना बात के भी गुस्सा कर रहे हैं कई बार. हो रहा है कि नहीं? And after creating that a number of times during the day, when we go home to our own family, to our own children, what's the energy field that we are carrying to them? So when I don't take care of my emotions during the day, I cannot be emotionally healthy suddenly when I reach home in the evening. And when I cannot be that when I reach home in the evening, then how will I create emotionally strong children at home? And then if I don't do that at home, how can I be emotionally powerful next day at work? So it's a vicious cycle in the other direction. So when we create a zero anger zone, we are increasing willpower. We are instilling in people a power to be able to respond to situations, not just react when things are not their way. And when the children are able to do that for so many years here, when they walk out of this, anger will not be a list of, and you remove one depleter and the others will go out with that. Because you become emotionally stronger. Assertive, yes. Discipline, yes. Very yes, but not anger. Is there a difference between disciplining and anger? Anger is dignity. Anger is self-respect? No. हाँ जी, तो ये भी तो एक तरीका जो सीखना पड़ेगा ना. एंड कैसे सीखेंगे? करके. कोई भी चीज़ कैसे सीखते हैं? डू इट वंस, डू इट ट्वाइस, डू इट 5 टाइम्स, डू इट 10 टाइम्स. हैबिट चेंज्ड, लेकिन वो ट्रांजिशन पीरियड नहीं किया. सो वी आर लिविंग विद दैट सेम वे ऑफ वर्किंग. फिर स्कूल में भी वही, घर गए वही, वो अगले दिन फिर वही. सो ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? And then when I keep reacting, what will happen to my tolerance power? What will happen to my power? When I say I'm not allowed to create anger, I'm automatically using my power to adjust. I'm automatically using my power to tolerate. I'm automatically understanding people that yes, people can be different from me. And most important, I'm instilling a leadership value which is about staying calm when things are not my way. When things are not my way. And once somebody starts doing that, it will become their sanskar. So do you think हम ये संस्कार बच्चों में डाल सकते हैं यहाँ पे? तो करें इसको for no anger zone. बट ये नहीं है कि फिर थोड़े दिन के बाद प्रिंसिपल मैम हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, अब गुस्सा करे बिना तो बच्चे पढ़ते ही नहीं है, तो फिर ऐसे नहीं हो सकता. इट्स अ लाइफस्टाइल चेंज. It's a lifestyle change where we will discipline without being turbulent. Children coming today are already carrying an emotional baggage. There are a lot of things that are happening in their house. And what do they need? An environment, something which increases their emotional strength. They may not be our way, but we will have to nurture them with love and acceptance. Acceptance is a sanskar which they will need to create. Because otherwise expectation bolte gaye, तो फिर तो I expect the entire world to be my way. तो क्या करेंगे? So करें? No anger? हाँ जी? कर दे? And हाँ? And जब आप यहाँ से 3-4 बजे घर जाएंगे ना, without having created in the day, घर पे जाके भी नहीं आएगा. नहीं आएगा. Because धीरे धीरे क्या होने वाला है? That sanskar is going to go. One way is to finish that sanskar, and the other way is to keep using that sanskar and make that sanskar reaffirm. फिर क्या होता है? छोटी छोटी बातों पे भी irritate होके बोलने लगते हैं. होता है कि नहीं होता? फिर घर जाके ऐसा करते हैं, then we snap at children, then we feel guilty also after that. Anybody feels guilty after snapping at their children? Yes. तो पहले गुस्सा करके deplete करते हैं, फिर guilt create करके deplete करते हैं, फिर worry करके deplete करते हैं. Every emotion is depleting me and depleting them. Our purpose of life is to strengthen ourselves and to strengthen them. We are so focused only on performance that we forget that the emotional performance is also a part of life. I was asked to come to one of the IITs, and you know the reason why they're asking me to come? They're saying suicide rate is very high. Well, they're the top students of the country. सोचने की बात है, 7th 8th स्टैंडर्ड से मेहनत करना शुरू कर रहे हैं, 12th तक पहुंच गए, ग्रेजुएट पकड़े पड़े, पहुंच गए IIT में, वहां जाकर कोई ऐसा कैसे कर सकता है? What could be the reason? After reaching there, after having got through to the premier institute of the country, being one of the who's who in terms of performance, how can I do this after going there? क्या हुआ होगा? Suicide किया है, suicide किया है. हाँ, तो which means while I was doing everything to focus on my performance outside, I was not taking care of. So we need to take care of both. We can't just focus on intelligence, we will have to focus on emotional intelligence. किसी के 5 नंबर कम आ गए लेकिन वो इमोशनली स्ट्रांग होगा तो वो बहुत कुछ कर जाएगा. लेकिन कोई फर्स्ट आ गया और फिर थोड़ा सा भी प्रेशर नहीं फेस कर पाया तो वो क्या करेगा बाहर जाके? एंड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट, अगर वो हुज हु बन भी गया लेकिन उसके घर में ही रिश्ते अच्छे नहीं अपने लोगों के साथ, तो हाउ कैन वी कॉल दैट सक्सेस? So right from the school level, we will first and foremost have to create the definition of success. We will have to teach a child what does it mean to be successful. Successful is not going to be the only one who performs well. Successful will be, किसको कहेंगे successful? If you have to visualize success, who would you call a successful person? Only the one who is on business magazines.
Will you be able to maintain the balance in life?
हाँ जी?
Will you be able to maintain the balance in life?
हाँ. Very good. So someone who is happy, healthy, has beautiful relationships, is able to take people together and work, not just works very well individually, and then performs well at what they are doing. लेकिन अगर हमने फर्स्ट 3-4 एस्पेक्ट्स निकाल दिए and we said only the one who performs well is getting all the appreciation from the world, तो फिर बच्चे तो उसी डायरेक्शन में चले गए ना सिर्फ. एंड उसमें भी फोकस ये नहीं था how you achieve, the focus was on what you achieve. So I am the who's who on the business magazine without anybody checking how I reached there, but only checking that where I have reached. So if the child is not taught that true definition of success, and if the child will only see, oh, these are the people who receive appreciation from society, then that is who they want to become. Who they want to become. क्योंकि हम idolize ही तो उसी को कर रहे हैं ना सिर्फ. So then values, principles, ethics, work ethics, वो तो सब चले गए फिर. Then we are having, look at all the issues that happen in the healthcare industry. You become a doctor. But nobody was checking whether you had compassion to become a doctor. Nobody was checking whether you have empathy and selfless care to become a doctor. Everybody was checking whether you had the marks to become a doctor. Profession could not be only with marks. Profession had to be with the sanskar of the person. Suppose I have the sanskar of doing business and I become a doctor, then तो फिर मैंने डॉक्टर हॉस्पिटल में भी जाके बिजनेस ही तो करना है फिर. So everyone will have different sanskars, and while choosing our profession we also had to check our sanskars, and if we didn't have that sanskar we had to create that sanskar. But if we go as a misfit, तो फिर क्या होगा? But then now who's going to check that? Whether it's parents, whether it's the school, whether it's the university, or nobody. Everybody's checking marks and you say, okay, tomorrow you are a doctor. So that would happen when we are focusing on the self. Within the education system, let's introduce simple practices by which every child is able to strengthen their mind. strengthen their mind. Whether it is simple beginning the day with yoga, simple beginning the day with 5-10 minutes of meditation, simple beginning the day with reading or studying something which is pure, which has to go in as an emotional nourishment. Why children today are scattering more? Because they have more information. आपके और मेरे पास टीवी भी नहीं था शायद शुरू में, फोन तो बिल्कुल नहीं था, इंटरनेट तो नहीं था. तो what were we protected from? The huge load of information which children have today. Information creates thoughts. We are what we watch, read and listen. Now just visualize, what are they watching, reading and listening? First thing in the morning, हर एक के घर में पहले न्यूज़ चैनल ऑन हो जाता है. Newspaper is the first thing to read, is what everybody believes, because we should know what's happening out in the world. So the first information layer in the morning is beginning with violence, aggression, terror, pain, corruption. कहाँ से compassion और empathy आएगा? आएगा किधर से? If I've not taken in that information, from where will I create that sanskar? So if every family, and then when we start doing it at home, we can share it with our children, that early morning, no absorbing anything which is not healthy, no absorbing anything which you don't want to be. Because the more we are absorbing what's happening in the world, the more we are becoming that, the more we are becoming that, the more the world is becoming that. Instead of that, 10-15 minutes to absorb, watch, read, listen, anything which is full of compassion, love, peace, respect, वो absorb करना है. But वो कौन करेगा? Parents और teachers ही तो करेंगे ना. Parents और teachers ही तो करेंगे, और कौन करेगा? क्या हम अपने अंदर वो चेंज ला सकते हैं? अपने घर में ला सकते हैं? अपने घर में चेंज हो? Yes, because a lot of us feel नहीं, बच्चे हमारी सुनते नहीं आजकल, बच्चे नहीं करेंगे. बच्चे करें या ना करें, important is कि हम उसको घर पे करें. What we do will automatically radiate as vibrations in the house. If we are victims of peer pressure, then our children will also be victims of peer pressure. क्या हमें फर्क पड़ता है इस बात से कि लोग हमारे बारे में क्या कहते हैं? Do we need people's approval and appreciation to feel good? Sure. Check कर लेना आराम से, no hurry. सोचना. Do I need somebody to say that what I'm wearing is nice? Do I need somebody to say what I'm using is nice? Do I need people's approval about the decisions I take in my life? I only need to check. Do I buy that what everybody else is buying? Do I wear that what everybody else seems to be wearing today? Do I eat and drink that what everybody else is doing today? Without pausing to check whether it is right for me, then that's what my children will do. Why children are going towards a lot of substances which are not healthy? Any substance addiction will only come to a person who's emotionally not healthy. They need something to feel happy. They need something just so that they do not experience that pain for some time. If we focus on them being emotionally strong, the addiction part is automatically taken care of. लेकिन अगर आप किसी को बोलो नहीं आप ये मत लो, ये आप नहीं लो, वो नहीं होने वाला है. Because that's like a medicine for the wound which is there. We can't remove the medicine, we only have to heal the wound. We have to heal the wound. वो हमें करना होगा. And वो हमें कैसे करना होगा? Just being that ourselves. Just being that ourselves. So let's take it up as a 24-hour homework. 24 hours, I will choose my respond. I will not react. Easy? सबसे बड़ी गलती ये नहीं कहना कि it's difficult. Difficult बोलते ही difficult हो जाता है. What are we doing? We are only doing that I will respond how I feel like responding, independent of how you are behaving. इससे ज़्यादा easy और कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता है. This is the easiest thing to do because it's not dependent on. We are living in a world where everybody is talking about independence. Physically independent, financially independent, then why should we not be emotionally independent? Where my emotions are not dependent on your behavior, where I choose my emotions. And then I will never say they hurt me. I will say they cheated me. They exploited me, they hit me, they beat me, everything they can do outside, but they can't get in here. So no one can hurt me. Who hurts me? I. How do I hurt myself? By what I think after what they do. All that I have to do is be nice to myself. उनका मूड खराब था, या उनका वो संस्कार था, या उनका वो behavior था, उनका. It's nothing to do with me. How people behave with us, it's nothing to do with us. It is about what they are feeling inside. But we get hurt because we say, they did this to me. It's not to me, they just did this. Because that is what they are inside. So what I am inside is only what I'm going to throw out into the world. लेकिन हमें यह ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा ना कि हम हर एक के मन की स्थिति से अपने मन की स्थिति को डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर सकते. Few days, and within few days we would have changed. And that one little attention that we will have on ourselves, which will shift, we will then radiate that vibration to automatically to everybody around us. It's by being who we are that we will be able to make our children emotionally strong. Radiate that vibration. Radiate that vibration. Our stress, our anger is our vibration. Our hurt, our jealousy is our vibration. Our compassion, our empathy is also our vibration. And what we radiate, they absorb. For how much time are you in every class? 30 minutes? 45 minutes? 45 minutes. So 45 minutes when you're standing like this and talking. Now you could be talking history, biology, maths, whatever. But while you're talking 45 minutes of the subject, 45 minutes you're radiating your vibration to the class. So they will listen your subject but absorb your vibrations. अब आप अगर अभी स्टाफ रूम से अभी कुछ और करके हुए आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे, तो आप 45 मिनट्स क्या रेडिएट कर देते हैं? करिए. So as a principal, we radiate to children. As a head of the school, we radiate to the staff goes and radiates it. अब अगर प्रिंसिपल के रूम के बाहर नो एंगर जोन हो गया, तो टीचर्स आर सेफ. If teachers are safe, children are safe. It's going to go from the top leadership. लेकिन अगर प्रिंसिपल ने टीचर को डांट दिया, तो टीचर ने रिटर्न में प्रिंसिपल को तो डांटना नहीं है. लेकिन टीचर will enter the room a little hurt, a little upset, a little let down, a little feeling I'm not worth all the effort that I put in here. You know, with so much negative conversation inside, I can walk into the class and teach that biology and maths because now I don't require my mind and intellect to teach biology and maths. I've been doing it for years. You can get up in the middle of the night and teach your subject. It doesn't require you to be. It's like driving the car. You don't require the mind and the intellect to drive the car because you're driving it since years. And so I could be thinking of completely something different and reach my destination. Hoga na? Similarly, we could be thinking something completely different and teach our subject here. And फिर अगर मेरा mind upset है, तो मैंने 40 minutes क्या भेजा सबको? And while I'm radiating that, I'm educating them here and depleting them with my vibrations. So who we are doesn't affect just us. It affects everyone who comes into our energy space. And because they are absorbing those vibrations, that is who they are becoming. And then when we reach home, then that is who they are becoming. तो एक छोटी सी मेहनत अपने ऊपर, लेकिन Result कितनों के ऊपर. That's why emotional health cannot be given to somebody else without being it yourself. And one little thing on my, if I take care of my physical health, it benefits only me. It doesn't benefit anybody else. But if I take care of my emotional health, it benefits. Because it's energy, it just radiates, it vibrates. We did not create a world where everybody was stressed. Just few people were stressed. But when they radiated that stress, and everybody else only absorbed it, and now most of us are stressed. But we can all shift it back to most of us being happy. And simply by not equating happiness to being physically comfortable. Nurture. हर एक को अपने घर पर भी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें करनी पड़ेंगी. So that the house, the family comes back to a sattvic way of living. Even if children don't accept it immediately, the parents have to begin and create that sattvic culture. How many of you get time to cook for family? अच्छे से. अब सिर्फ एक चीज़ ध्यान रखनी है. टेंशन में खाना नहीं बनाना. गुस्से में भी खाना नहीं बनाना. अपसेट हो तो बिल्कुल खाना नहीं बनाना. Sit with yourself 5 minutes, clean everything here. It intensifies the emotions in the house. So we have to be very careful what is our state of mind while we are cooking, while we are eating. घर पे नियम बनाना that we will not switch on the television while we are eating. अच्छा लगे नहीं अच्छा लगे थोड़े दिन में आदत चेंज हो जाएगी. We will not eat with the phone there with next to us clicking हर थोड़ी देर बाद ऐसा. Why? Because eating is like a ritual. जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. If we don't teach it to the next generation, they won't even know that line. Leave alone knowing its power, they don't even know that line. That what we are eating doesn't affect just the body, what we are eating affects the mind. And which means we have to take care while we are cooking, while we are eating. We cannot be talking on the phone and eating. We cannot be talking on the phone and cooking. We cannot have the TV on while we are eating. ये बहुत छोटी बातें हैं लेकिन impact बहुत ज़्यादा है. If I'm watching a serial which has all negativity in it and eating, तो यहाँ क्या हो जाएगा? I will absorb all that. And it's only when we will change, then gradually children will also. And they are ready to change. It's very easy for children to change. आप देखो बच्चों को सिखाया क्रैकर्स नहीं बजाने, वो नहीं बजाते, बड़े बजा रहे. बच्चों को सिखा दो प्लास्टिक नहीं यूज करना, वो नहीं यूज कर रहे, बड़े यूज कर रहे हैं. Why? Because a child has softer sanskars, and that's why for a child to change their sanskars is very easy. As we grow older, we get very attached to our sanskars, and so we become a little rigid. We're not flexible in changing our sanskars. So it's a very wrong line where parents and teachers say, "Oh, children sunte nahi hai." Children are the easiest to mold, to adapt, to absorb. It's only that हमें यहाँ से नहीं सुनाना. हम यहाँ से सुनाएंगे तो वो नहीं सुनेंगे. हमें यहाँ से सुनाना. यहाँ से. I was once in a school and there were about 2,000 children and the children had chosen a topic. Will honesty bring success? And they're so sweet. वो तो फटाफट से मोल्ड हाँ हम सच बोलेंगे. अब झूठ क्यों बोलते हो? टीचर गुस्सा करती है. अच्छा अगर टीचर गुस्सा नहीं करेगी तो आप सच बोलोगे. हाँ, very easy. Once the children went out, the teachers are saying हमें नहीं लगता honesty से success हो सकता. ऐसे ठीक है, ये तो और easy है, वापस जाके बता देते हैं उनको. कहते नहीं, उनको नहीं बताना. Now this is not going to work. Okay, I believe honesty will not create success, but I want to teach them that honesty will create success. Waste of time and energy. This is absolute waste of time and energy. Because communication is not from here. Communication is from my energy field. So what I am here, it's not about role model. When we say role model, we say, okay, people will look at me and then become that. It's not about looking at me. I could have perfect behavior outside. My every word could be perfect, but I could have a lot of turbulent energy here. That person cannot be a role model. Role model means who I have beautiful energy here. And that vibration is the first form of communication. And everybody will just absorb it. So what is my energy field is based on my belief system. So anger is normal. Let's remove that from the energy field. And let's replace that with compassion is normal in our energy field. Let's replace that I can be nice irrespective of what people have been. Put that in my energy field. Children will keep absorbing it the whole day. It's like the perfume you wear. आपने जो परफ्यूम सुबह सुबह लगा ली सबको मिलनी है, whether you like it or not. It's just like that. Our energy field is like our perfume. ध्यान से लगाना है. Because everyone's going to get it. Everyone. And most important is, as an educational institute, let's start appreciating values more. We appreciate performances. We appreciate extracurricular activities. Let's appreciate, oh, you were honest today. Let's appreciate you were caring. Let's give award at the end of the year to the most honest child, to the most caring child. Let's give extra marks for that. Let's give stars for that. Let it publicly be appreciated. Because everybody likes to be appreciated. But what everybody is seeing is that marks get appreciated. Sports में जो first आता है उसको, जीवन में उसके बाद कोई रेस में हिस्सा नहीं लेने वाले हैं. लेकिन जीवन में जो चीज़ सबसे ज़्यादा यूज़ करने वाले हैं उसको क्यों नहीं हम appreciate करते? So if we start appreciating it, na, children will start using it more. Because everybody wants to be appreciated. So let's start appreciating values publicly, not just appreciating it one-on-one, appreciating it publicly. Like we focus on marks, on art, on craft, on singing, on elocution, everything. Why not values? And why not make that as our project, make that as our topic, and make that what is appreciated, what stars मिले उसके लिए उस बच्चे को, marks मिले extra उस बच्चे को उसके लिए award मिले. It will spread like that. Everybody would want to then start using it. क्योंकि दुनिया में ये दिखता है आज कि values की कोई value ही नहीं कर रहा है. कि अच्छे होने की क्या वैल्यू हो रही है हमारी. दिस इज व्हाट पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग. वैल्यू किस चीज़ की हो रही है? जिन्होंने बहुत सारा कुछ कमा लिया. सो बिलीफ सिस्टम विल हैव टू चेंज, एंड दैट कैन चेंज राइट फ्रॉम हियर. Right from here. In the US, I saw there's one school and they sent a very sweet note the teacher sent to the parent, and she said, your child has been selected as the most caring child for this month. And please come next Friday. She had written to the parent, please come next Friday for the, what do they call, the prayer meeting in the morning, at which your child will get a certificate for being the most caring child this month. करना शुरू कर दिया. Because जब हमें पता चलता है कि बीमारी बढ़ गई है, we have to go back to doing that. So let's start doing that. Children will really, really pick it up very fast. And they would want to use their qualities more and more. And let's start instilling in them the sanskar of being honest. Let it be appreciated if a child comes and says, I was not able to do my homework for so and so reason, instead of coming and saying, oh, मैं बीमार था ना इसलिए. But you can see it, they're telling a lies. But why aren't they telling the truth? Why aren't they telling the truth? Because हमारे पास सच सुनने की ताकत नहीं है. हम झूठ को एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं, सच को डांट देते हैं. हम सच को डांट देते हैं, झूठ को एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं, तो वो सामने वाला नेक्स्ट टाइम भी झूठ ही बोलेगा और फिर झूठ ही बोलेगा और झूठ ही बोलता जाएगा. So when they correct them for what they have done, but appreciate them for being honest, will encourage them to be honest again next time. लोग सच बोलने के लिए रेडी हैं, लेकिन लोग सच सुनने के लिए रेडी नहीं है. सुनने के लिए रेडी नहीं. अगर हम सुनने के लिए रेडी हो जाए, लोग बोलने के लिए रेडी हो जाएंगे. So should we make it zero anger zone? Kab se? You want time to prepare? It's only one thought. It's only one thought. And every morning keep 15-20 minutes for yourself. Nurture yourself in whatever way you like. But nurture yourself emotionally before you leave for the day. Because you are creating emotionally healthy minds. Emotionally healthy minds in a time, in that age where their absorption power is the highest. तो हमारी responsibility बहुत बढ़ जाती है. And start sharing with them also impact of media, impact of social media. They have to know. It's not about what they are reading, it's about who they are becoming because of that. There was a study last week there. There was 2 cases of a celebrity suicide. And then the research said that in the next 15 days, suicide rate increased in the country. And why? Because everybody was reading, talking, watching only that. So anybody who was on a more vulnerable state of mind chose that time to commit the same. That's the impact of media. It's the impact. We become what we watch, read and listen. तो गुरुकुल में क्या होता है? सुबह सुबह दिन की शुरुआत किससे होती थी? घरों में सुबह सुबह दिन की शुरुआत पहले किससे हुआ करती थी? बस we only have to go back to that. Okay, the beginning of the day has to be sattvic, high energy. If the beginning of the day is high energy, each one of us is empowered for the rest of the day. But if the beginning of the day connects us to the frequency of the world, then rest of the day doesn't have anything to empower us. तो अगर सुबह सुबह vibration सात्विक, जो खाना खाया वो सात्विक, जो सुना और पढ़ा वो सात्विक, तो उसके बाद there is nothing else that needs to be done. That mind will be calm, stable and powerful always. So we can start doing it on an individual basis, and we can then start sharing it in school in whatever little ways we can, and then we can start sharing it with children to start doing it in their lives. But we need to begin. We need to begin. We cannot just sit back and say, देखो क्या हो रहा है. It's not important क्या हो रहा है. Important is हमें अब क्या करना है. What are we going to do to create that shift, to create that leader who is high in compassion, empathy and tolerance power. And it will have to begin with me. I have to create that quality, and then I'll be able to radiate to everybody. Let's take a minute of silence again, and let's visualize 24 hours. Emotional independence for 24 hours. I, the powerful being, create my every thought, my feeling, my every word, my every behavior. It's my choice. I have the power to choose the right response, independent of people and situations around me. Look at your next 24 hours, people whom you are going to meet, scenes that may come your way. And now see yourself in that. Powerful being, responding my way, the right way, the way which creates happiness and health, irrespective of how they are behaving. They will be their way, I will be my way. my first priority is to keep my energy field pure and powerful. My energy empowers everyone around me. Thank you so much.